and girls, children of all ages, non-binaries, and transgenders. This is the Ultra Heelz Wrestling Podcast, live from Bravery Studios in Garfield, New Jersey. I am Darth Messiah 2.0. I am the mail boy and the CEO. In case you didn't know, every time I come, it's time to go. His boy don't pillow talk with these hoes. Yeah. And my illustrious co-host will be joining us momentarily. But on the boards, the franchise, they call him J-Kid.
You already know it's the franchise and the place to be here in the Ultra Wrestling News Podcast. We get Ultra Wrestling Heels. I'm sorry. I'm coming off fresh of a birthday, man.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, bro. Forgot about that.
News. We bring you that spicy.
Word. And we gonna get right into it because we got a lot to cover, like a lot.
Yeah.
So show me them cheeks. Pause.
But you meant these.
Yes, those cheeks. I believe Jade Cargill, this is her third award.
Yes.
Definitely second, possibly third. I lost track. This is Mandy Rose's second award. And Jessica McKay, formerly of the Iconics, now the Inspiration. This is her first time receiving this award from us.
It's probably my favorite so far.
I'm just mad I couldn't find Jade Cargill not without the fence.
True.
Oh, there he is. Introduce yourself.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I was looking at the cheeks and just got stunned by the middle one. Ooh, the chocolate. This is a reverse Oreo. Anyway, it's your boy Alex, the motherfucking Hill, aka Stan Lee, a podcast, and also known as the man that says fuck Mr. McMahon, because I am the man. Also known as the man that be a girl to crossface, have a run from crossface, and I might jump back on MySpace because I need to get it back in my place.
Word. Yeah, now, today you sent me the side view of Jade Cargill, but I had to go with the double cheek. The double cheek.
The double cheek right here.
The sad thing was I was looking for that one because I saw it.
Yeah.
Then when I tried to save it, it saved in my file, but it wouldn't come up. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm gonna send him the side one. He'll probably find it.
Don't worry. I had it saved since like Friday when she posted it. I was good.
Yeah.
Shit, I almost sent her a message and slid in her DMs and got beat up by her boyfriend. Do I care? No.
The only thing that's besides me and Jade Cargill is this gate.
Word. All right. And because we have so much to do today, we're going to kick off the episode with Ultra Fantasy Booking. And who the fuck is in our chat? That's obviously a bot, but whatever.
Hey, bot. All right. Well.
So we're going to kick off the episode with Ultra Fantasy Booking. Last week, we had an episode of Dragon Force. And we kicked the show off with, it was Jay Lethal versus Cedric Alexander. That's a fire match on paper. However, it didn't go as planned because Isaiah Swerve Strickland came to the ring. He killed the match. Yo, y'all match was lit and all, but curved that. On some real shit, Cesaro tried to play your boy last week, and now he's scared to run that fade back. I'ma see him when I see him, and when I do see him, I'ma roll that beach well looking at his manager back into the ocean. Then we'll see if you really bout that without Free Willy around you. Match 2. Wardlow defeated Danny Math 84-16.
Okay.
Yeah. Match 3. This was, what kind of match? This was a last man standing match. We had Tommaso Ciampa defeat Kevin Steen. That was 62-38. Yeah. We had a nice close one in our women's steel cage match. Toni Storm, 52-48 over Sasha Banks.
Wow.
That's one vote. That's one vote. It was 17-16. One vote. And then we had a tag team #1 contenders match. It was the Dudley Boys taking on the Authors of Pain. And the Dudleys, they're hot right now. They won 71-29.
Those damn Dudleys
Yeah.
taking over right now.
Word. And then on our main event, for a future title shot against champion Cesaro, it was Kenny King, Shelton Benjamin, Jacob Fatu, and L.A. Knight. Shelton Benjamin taking 43% of the votes.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow, that's a
Did not see that one coming.
Second place was L.A. Knight with 33, Jacob Fatu 19, and Kenny King 5.
Really did not see that coming.
really did not see that.
Yeah, I was expecting L.A. Knight, to be honest. That was my guess if I had to guess. Now, because this is a month with 5 weeks, we're having a crossover episode.
Yeah.
This is Battle of the Belts. And this is a really easy, quick booking episode. We're champions versus champions with a feature match at the end. So I have a mid-card champion, but Alex does not. So my mid-card champion is Brock Lesnar. He is the United States champion, WCW United States champion. So Alex, who would you like to face Brock Lesnar from your roster?
For my roster, the space Brock Lesnar. Jacob Fatu.
All right, I fucks with that.
Okay.
I fucks with that. All right. So that's match 1. Then match 2 is the tag teams. It's the Usos versus the Briscoes, and I would watch that right now. It's not as good as Briscoes FTR, but I'd watch it.
Yeah. I mean, FTR, yeah, coming to face the Briscoes.
It's also a different style, but
It is a different
it's a different, but I'd watch it. The women's match, we have Asuka taking on Deonna Purrazzo. We in the World Championship match, we have AJ Styles taking on Cesaro. And this does not count for my title challenge for Cesaro. This is just the crossover episode.
Casual.
And the main event, we have a Survivor Series match, 4-on-4. My 4 will be Walter, Bryan Danielson, Kazuchika Okada, and Cody Rhodes. Oh. So, Alex, who would you like to put in the 4-on-4 match?
Warlow, Sheamus, Dean, and Tommaso Ciampa.
Nah. Those are some fucking hard-nosed motherfuckers.
I know this is so somebody ain't making it home the same way they came in.
I bet they won't. I bet they won't. Yeah, so that will be next week's voting. Battle of the Belts.
Battle of the Belts right here.
The second of the crossover episodes between Warzone and Dragon Force.
Gonna be a fun night. Fun night.
Yes, it will. So, apparently, MJF and Tony Khan are beefing. Because MJF did a interview with that Andrew Hello guy or whatever. He's got a really good in with WWE or whatever you want to call it. In that interview, MJF went on to say, when my contract expires in 2024, I'm not just automatically signing an AEW contract. I'm going to play the field. So apparently Tony Khan took offense to that, and obviously there's nothing been said beyond that other than Tony Khan wasn't happy about it.
Sounds like a personal problem.
It does.
That's what I say, but you know how, shit on the internet is.
Of course.
And
Shit. Here we go again.
And yeah, shit, here we go again. I fucking didn't save this article. Let me find it real quick.
What article was it?
It was about AEW Rampage declining ratings the last several weeks.
Declining ratings?
Lowest ever.
Damn.
Lowest ever ratings for the last 3 weeks, I believe. Anyway, I'll spitball it. All right, so 2 weeks ago was the Sweet Six. No, last weekend. Last weekend was the Sweet 16 for the NCAA men's basketball tournament. So if you were watching Rampage live, it was time when game is over. They didn't. The show didn't. Rampage didn't start till like 10:41. So no, they're supposed to start at 10. Whatever. So that episode was 425,000. That's the second lowest ever for Rampage. 425,000 average viewers. The week before was the lowest. So the week before they were unopposed. They were on their regular time slot. There was nothing else happening. 378,000, I believe the number was.
Mm-hmm.
And the week before that was 460,000. So 3 weeks in a row, they had their lowest ratings.
They did.
Previous to that, it was, I want to say it was like Thanksgiving weekend was one of their lowest ones, which it was like the upper 400s. It was like 470 or like 480. So yeah, what's going on with Rampage? Why are people no longer watching Rampage? Why are they bailing?
Maybe they're seeing the same like matchups sometimes too, or just like the same people on TV every week. I don't know. They try to keep consistent of what like star power they have on their show, but it kind of looks the same.
In the last, I say like the last 2 months, they've now been cramming 4 matches onto one episode. I think they need to stick to 3. Let one of them go 25 minutes.
Yeah.
You have like a hook squash match. You have a women's match. And then you have, somebody established from Wednesday take on, I don't know, somebody from that's, not well known and give them, shine them up on a 25-minute match.
I mean, give the main event the 25-minute match.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they've just been cramming 4 matches that don't really mean much into the episode just to say, oh, we have more wrestling. But
It's a lot of matches for what, 2 hours?
It's an hour show.
It's an hour.
It's an hour show.
So that is a lot of matches for an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might as well just put 3 matches, 2 promos, 3 matches, whatever, just to not make it feel like it's so cramped.
Yeah, it feels crammed. So I don't want to say that is the reason because it's not like it's terrible, but there's something needs to be changed in the formatting. Or maybe more people are just going ahead reading this what happened, who's in the matches, and like, okay, I don't feel like watching this because I really don't care about this particular group of people.
It's like watching WWE.
That was like watching, like when SmackDown was being taped up until 2014 or 15. SmackDown was it was unimportant because I'm going to go on the internet and see what happens. I'll wait for this approximately point in the show to turn it on.
Yeah, that's what it is, man.
Yeah.
That's why it gets boring after a while.
Good old time.
Yeah. So this weekend is the biggest fucking weekend I think in wrestling ever. The first major show that will be taking place is Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor 15. This is the first
name.
Yeah, this is the first of the Tony Khan era of Ring of Honor. Most of the matches were already established before the sale, so we can't really say he has that much influence on it.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it's the first in the Tony Khan era. So kicking off, probably what the main event is, Bandido and Jonathan Gresham are going to unify the Ring of Honor World Championship.
This sounds familiar.
This was supposed to happen at their last pay-per-view. It was supposed to happen at Final Battle, but Bandido got COVID.
I heard about it.
Yeah. And the reason we have double champion is during the COVID, during the lockdowns, Bandido was stuck in Mexico. So they brought out the old belt. Jonathan Gresham won the old belt, the one with the the block lettering, and now we're
better.
That's a dope belt.
Yeah, and now they're going to unify the championships finally because Bandido can travel, and we're going to have a match.
Jeff Hardy under that fucking mask. You can tell. Look at the fingers.
But the match we all want to see, them boys and top guys.
Oh my god.
Goddamn right.
Can't wait.
Listen here.
What's up?
There's gonna be a lot of N-words in this match, and I know it is.
Oh god.
Yeah, but yeah,
He's not wrong.
to me, this should be the main event. If it wasn't a title for unification, I'd be like, this has to be the main event. Because this is what everybody wants to see. You can't see it on AEW because the Briscoes are banned from AEW because of some fucking network super, bigwig.
And it's so funny though too, because the Briscoes had a picture with them posted up with some drag queen from some drag show.
Yeah. That was like the other day. I saw that.
I was like, huh. And I guess they're trying to show, hey, bro, that shit was old, bro. We ain't the same kind of damn boys like that. Still might call black people boy a couple times, but still, we're not them same kind of boys.
Yeah. Also on the card, we have Swerve Strickland taking on Alex Zane. We have Jay Lethal taking on Lee Moriarty with Matt Sydal in his corner.
I really want to see that match.
You know what? I kind of do too, because since the whole thing with the with Bryanson and Moxley are doing, and they're one of the people they allegedly want to recruit. I need to see this. I need to see what he can really do.
Oh yeah.
Where's that club called again?
Fuck.
Something.
Nice name.
Something British. Fucking bare knuckles. Something. I don't remember. That shit was long as hell. But
Yeah, it was. It was. Hopefully, maybe I'll have time to look it up at some point. We also have Josh Woods, who is the current Ring of Honor Pure Champion, taking on Wheeler Yuta, another person that is being recruited by Danielson and Moxley. And just added as of yesterday, Mercedes Martinez will take on Willow Nightingale for the interim Woman of Honor champion.
This seems like a legit match, though.
And I fucks
like
with Mercedes Martinez. She's dope.
It seems like this card is WrestleMania bound.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. Now, also on the same night, which is Friday night, so this is going to be taking place while SmackDown is on, and also while WWE Hall of Fame is on. But, so what they're going to do, because originally I thought one of these shows was going to be taped. They're actually both happening on the same night.
Oh god, it's actually
How the
happening.
It's
hell is that gonna
happening.
work?
Oh my god.
Ring of Honor is at 7 o'clock. Impact Multiverse of Matches is at 10 o'clock. So you know what that means, right? The Briscoes have to travel across town. The Briscoes are on both cards.
The Briscoes is working overtime. It's WrestleMania weekend, bro. They gotta put up a show.
They getting paid.
Yeah, so we have the Briscoes taking on the Good Brothers, which is another dope match.
Man, so they got
It'll be a crazy.
they got the top guys and the Good Brothers on the same night. They ain't gonna
Top
win
guys,
one-
Good
they ain't gonna win
Brothers.
both of those matches.
Let me
Yeah,
tell you
we got some hard hitting fly ass tag team wrestling on Friday night.
something. I really feel like they should have just said, "Fuck it, we're gonna have a triple threat match and just had them all fight in one place."
That's what I'm saying.
Ma-
Like, bring them all together.
For whatever the next Ring of Honor Carter is, that needs to happen.
Man.
A triple threat ladder match or some shit.
Yes.
Triple threat table match.
Some shit like that because I need something like that in my life.
Now, the next match that I'm going to introduce, when I first heard of it, I was like, you know what? It's kind of gimmicky,
It looks gimmicky.
but I'm actually invested in watching Chelsea Green and Matt Cardona take on Mickie James and Nick Aldis.
Have you ever seen them like as a team? Like in the same ring? Like as a intergender? Right? Impact, right?
Mickie James and Nick Aldis did something together in NWA. They had a mixed tag in NWA. And Cardona and Chelsea Green have been having intergender matches or mixed matches. How when the women can actually have interaction with the men. That's been happening, but I believe this is classified as a mixed tag. I don't think it's an intergender. So I think it's men, women, women.
Or it could be a, what is this, on the 1st, right?
Yeah, this is Friday.
This could be a joke.
No, this is happening. They're both promoting it.
April 1st, so you never know.
And of recent, well, go back. Of recent, Chelsea Green was one of the challengers for Mickie James while she was Knockouts champion. And at the last NWA pay-per-view, Nick Aldis was a challenger for Matt Cardona. So there's some story here.
There's got to be a story here.
Next up, champ, Deonna Purrazzo, the double champion. Open challenge. You can challenge for the AAA La Reina Champion, or you can for the Ring of Honor Championship. She is the real women's Ring of Honor champion. Meanwhile, they're having an interim champion, hours before.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh man.
So eventually they're gonna have to unify that title too.
I said, look, man, they wasn't thinking when they thought about that. They was like, look, we're just gonna have the match, and then they was like, damn it, we need her here. All right, we already got the match planned. We're not cutting it. Let's just have it still and just go ahead and do what we got to do.
Yeah, but she's been killing it of late with these, because she was Impact champion for close to a year, I want to say.
Yeah, she really was.
I believe it was just shy of a year. The other matches taking place on this card are Chris Sabin versus Jay White. Now, that's a pretty high-profile match, and that's like the 4th most important match.
Chris Sabin.
Yeah.
Jay White shit.
Eddie Edwards taking on Tomohiro Ishii, another high-profile match. That's on the undercard. We have the return of Ultimate X. We have champion Trey Miguel taking on Chris Bay, Jordan Grace, Rich Swann, Vincent, and Willie Mack.
Who's picking Jordan Grace right now?
I am. I am.
Me too.
I am.
I'm about to pick Jordan Grace.
And we have the first Fatal 4-Way for Women's Championships this weekend because WWE's doing it too. The Fatal 4-Way match for the Impact Tag Team Championship, Knockouts Tag Team Championship. We have The Influence, which is Madison Rain and Tenelle Dashwood, taking on Decay, which is Havoc and Rosemary, taking on Lady Frost, Savannah Evans, and Tasha Steelz. I'm sorry, I forgot Giselle Shaw. Yeah. So that's the first of Fatal 4-Way women's match happening this weekend.
Man.
So that rounds out that card.
We have a good card. They have a good card, man.
Yeah.
They're doing good.
I dare even say both of those cards are better than either single night of WrestleMania.
Yeah, true.
Because there's a lot of fluff on WrestleMania.
So, speaking of WrestleMania, speaking of WWE, we have to honor somebody who just retired.
It's time to play the game. It's time to play the game.
Look, man, that shit hurts my heart that he retired. But he retired so smooth on ESPN interview.
Wait. You said it hurts your heart. Get it?
Yeah, it hurts my heart.
Not to make light of the situation, but it was there.
Oh no, fuck that. We gonna make light of it. It hurts my heart just the simple fact that he had to retire. I'm like, he said so smooth. It was like, so what's next? Like, it's over for me. I'm done. I'm done in ring. I was like,
yeah.
Damn, Triple H, you're supposed to be the Ric Flair. You're supposed to got your 16 titles and then retire.
Damn near close too.
Yeah, he's at 14, I believe.
He needed 2 more title shots.
Yeah.
To retire.
Well, John Cena already tied at 16.
Yeah,
right now, he's tied with Randy Orton at 14.
True.
Yo, what up, Valdor?
Yeah, but we don't claim John Cena in his 16 reign because they was given to him mostly.
And Ric Flair's reel is like 24 or some shit if you start claiming the shit that happened like, randomly in Puerto Rico or in fucking Brazil. But we all know what happens in Brazil stays in Brazil.
We all know what happened with, anything that happened with Ric Flair outside the United States, stay with Ric Flair outside the United States.
Woo!
there's probably a whole nother Charlotte somewhere in Brazil.
Probably. But yeah.
She probably got that. She probably got the yam. Now that I think about it. Yeah, we gotta look this up. We gotta
yeah,
find
yeah, that would, yeah.
We gotta find that out now. I need to know.
Some of Triple H's other accolades are he's a 5-time Intercontinental champion, a 2-time European champion, a 3-time tag team champion. Twice with Shawn Michaels, once with Stone Cold. Remember two-man power trip?
Hell yeah.
That's one of the most slept on periods was the 2-man power trip.
Yo, that's
it was the best time for them too, especially Triple H not being the main guy with the main title. But
yeah.
He had the IC belt. And
yeah.
I was like, that shit just looks weird, but he made the IC belt be like the world title for some reason.
Yeah. King of the Ring, 2-time Royal Rumble winner. He's a Triple Crown champion, a Grand Slam champion, a 1-time Hall of Famer, soon to be 2-time, soon to be 3-time Hall of Famer, because he's got to go in solo, then he's got to go in the Evolution, so he'll be a 3-timer, which will also make Ric Flair a 3-timer, because he's already in as 4 Horsemen and solo. Which will make Batista a 2-time. And that will also make Randy Orton a 2-time because Randy Orton will go in solo too eventually. In like 15 years. Because he said he wants to wrestle for another 10 years.
I think he could go.
Yeah, he can. In the shape he's in, he can go.
Dude, he looks still like he's 30.
But Brock Lesnar's 44. Brock Lesnar's not slowing down. No. Brock Lesnar's just going to quit when he wants to quit.
He's going to quit when he doesn't have the strength to.
Yeah. So, while I was purchasing this lovely T-shirt, one and done, I happened to stumble across another T-shirt that was quietly released because
This is a certified hood classic.
Because when they put profanity on shirts, they don't really advertise them; they just kind of quietly release them, and then you discover them. Vince McMahon's newest T-shirt. If people think I'm an asshole, congratulations. I am.
I kind of want that. I kind of really want that.
I want this shirt.
And isn't that the Vince McMahon head puppet from the fucking Fire Funhouse?
Yes, it is. Yes,
I need that shirt. I need that shirt.
This is a funny shirt. I love it. It's just Vince just smiling.
It's the best of Vince McMahon. It's telling the truth.
It is.
Yeah.
Think I'm an asshole? I am. Congratulations.
I need to make another shirt, and I need to make a shirt by what he said about Michael Cole.
Oh, he's a horrible human being.
Yeah, I just need that as a shirt.
Michael Cole, he's a horrible human being.
Like, damn, bro, how you talk about your employee like that? Oh, I forgot, you're man. It makes sense.
Mr. McMahon, he knows he's an asshole. He's always been.
Yep. Yep. So, the big show, not the big show, but the biggest show, the most spectacular.
I see what you did there.
No, sorry, stupendous is the word they're using. The most stupendous show ever, WrestleMania 38, will be taking place Saturday and Sunday this weekend. So, allegedly on night 1, the undercard is Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio taking on The Miz and Paul Logan. I'm just interested to see if Paul Logan can actually wrestle.
First of all, Paul Logan look like if The Miz retired, he could just replace The Miz and wouldn't nobody think twice about it.
You know what? You're right. He just has more hair. That's all. He just have to cut his hair.
The new Street Fighter V character.
Well, in a new challenger, like goddamn it.
We also have.
It would be as believable as his boxing matches. I'm just saying.
No, I thought the other brother's the one that's the boxer, or the better boxer.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm about to say his brother's the better boxer.
Yeah, we have Drew McIntyre taking on Happy Corbin. I don't really give a shit.
Me neither.
And Drew McIntyre has gone from 2 world title matches to this shit.
The mid card session.
What happened?
What happened? I don't know.
You know what happened?
Brock happened.
Yeah, Brock happened, basically, yeah. We have the Usos taking on Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs. I have a sneaky suspicion that Nakamura and Boogs are going to win this.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't want them to, because then it would just be weird when if Roman wins and they don't have their belts. It's gonna look really awkward.
But you're right. But I think they're going to do it because Boogs is so over.
Boogs
I
is
need
over.
Boog to go somewhere because I miss Elias. Bring back my original fucking guitarist.
I do miss Elias too. I miss Sir Elias.
And then we have this awkward tag team match between the New Day and Sheamus versus Sheamus and Ridge Holland. It was supposed to include Butch, but Ridge Holland dropped Biggie on his neck. So now it's a 2-on-2 instead of a 3-on-3.
I'm not gonna call him Butch. I'm sorry. That's
Pete Dunne.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
fucking
can't
Pete
be
Dunne.
Fuck
That's
that.
Pete Dunne to me.
I'm calling that man Butch. That shit
They
sounds
just
gay as
ruined
hell.
him already. they already ruined his character.
Yep.
Just calling him Butch.
Yep.
That's it.
I hate
sad-
I hate
the
to say.
sad thing is-
Go ahead.
The sad thing is, I don't think they ruined his character. It's just the outfit they gave him ruined his persona of what we know for him to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's what bothers me.
I can't
Because
believe
them tight ass pants, that white beater suspenders, and them wrestling boots, I get it. You want him to look old timey, but this is Pete Dunne. This is the goddamn man that took NXT UK to the next level by himself before
Mhm.
Walter came in.
Mm-hmm.
Get this man out this tight ass shit and put him back in his regular ring gear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
I hate to say that I don't care about a New Day match, but I don't care about this match.
I just don't.
Well, it's not even a New Day match. You know, it's an Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston versus whoever the hell Sheamus want to
Oh
call
yes,
him.
I'm sorry. That's right. They don't call them the New Day anymore. They're individual names paired together.
Yeah. Ever since Big Dream.
Vince McMahon, tell you, just fuck the Vince McMahon club.
Yeah. Also on night one, the Raw Women's Championship. Becky Lynch is going to take on Bianca Belair, and I'm saying Bianca Belair is getting her vengeance for SummerSlam.
I would say that too. It's not promo wise, it's looking really good for Bianca.
Yeah.
So I feel like that title will change hands at WrestleMania. So let's see.
It almost has to.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to,
So that'd be 2 years in a row she wins a title at WrestleMania.
which is a good record.
Yeah.
You know, just to have 2 consecutive wins,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
And then she'll get the Drew McIntyre treatment.
Yeah, she'll be mid.
She'll be farting around with Dana Brooke next WrestleMania.
She'll lose it next month, and then she'll be in the mid card in soon.
And then Seth freaking Rollins will be taking on a dusty nightmare, dashing, undashing somebody who will be named at the time of their entrance.
You know who it is. It's Gable Stevenson.
You know what? I could see them pulling that too. Now that you said that,
Gable Stevenson.
I can
It
see
has
the
to
whole
be.
Cody thing is a farce, and they'll go. I can see that happening.
It's Gable Stevenson.
Now that you said that, I'm scared because I feel like that is it.
I blew your minds.
I'm not ready for that. I'm really not ready for that, but I feel like that is going to happen.
You know that's gonna happen.
But you know what? I have a feeling he'd be good, and I wouldn't be mad at the match.
I wouldn't be mad.
It would be
Oh, no.
it'd be a letdown because everything says it's Cody,
Yeah, exactly.
but the match would probably be pretty good.
Rumors are shit nowadays, just like in old days.
Mm-hmm.
Which is now pretty cool. So yeah.
Or they lied and it's Veer. Because Veer's
Oh
supposed
my God, I will turn off WrestleMania. You understand me?
Seth Rollins and Veer at WrestleMania.
I'd be like, well, guys, y'all let me know how WrestleMania night 1 and night 2 go because I'm not watching shit.
Now imagine if Veer squashes him.
I'm definitely not watching WrestleMania. I'm not even watching a recap.
I'm
not
talking
going
like
online.
I'm talking like Brock Lesnar on Ricochet at Crown Jewel. That kind of squash.
I am not watching WWE for a while because they just let me down.
Oh,
Had his
time to
man
turn on
had his
AEW.
man wait like 15 months before he comes to the roster, and then he smashed it.
Right.
Veer's gonna be the best thing in wrestling ever.
Now, what most likely will be the main event match on night one? Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey. These promos have been
And it was
The
still
angle that they did where they had to fight with the car was all right.
But it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same thing what they did last
But
2 years.
I guarantee you this will be a banger match because Charlotte will get something good out of Ronda. Charlotte doesn't disappoint at WrestleMania.
She doesn't.
The Asuka match from 34, the Rhea Ripley at 35,
The triple threat between her,
Becky
Bayley,
and Sasha. Yep.
Yeah.
Charlotte brings it at WrestleMania.
We do have to ask though. I do have to ask. Is anybody almost out of contract these 2 nights?
I
don't know.
Nothing has been mentioned.
Because like they're at this point, some people are not gonna come back after WrestleMania.
Right.
And
Well, those are just the cuts. It doesn't even really matter who the fuck's contract is running out. Those are just the cuts.
they are the cuts. But it is surprising to see them on another show.
Right.
If this after this.
Right.
Just like what happened on SmackDown with SmackDown where they did their little kissing cam with the old girl. And old girl was on AEW like the next night. I was like, wait, what?
Because she's on one of those like low level indie deals with AEW. She doesn't actually work for them. She pops in, she does a dark match, and then they happen to have used her for enhancement talent. Yeah. So she was on SmackDown Live, but she'd already taped a Rampage match on Wednesday. Wow. So she was on both channels in the same night. She pulled a Rick Rude.
Yeah, that was the best night ever. Rick Rude showed up with the full beard and showed up with the porn star mustache in the same night. I was like, what in the fuck?
Let's see. Valor said, I hope when they announce Seth Rollins' opponent, it's Shane just to see everyone melt down. Yo, that would be a real fucking.
It's freaking Gable Stevenson. It's going to be Gable Stevenson. This is his time to show up. People will be disappointed, but once they see him, they're gonna be like, "Oh, okay, Kurt Angle."
No. If it's Stable Gableson, I need for them to trick everybody into him and let Jason Jordan come out.
Jason Jordan makes a return.
Yeah, everybody else has come back from the neck injury, so it's only him and Paige that are left.
I'm about to say, let him come back and let him introduce as his opponent.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah, true.
That would work. Yeah. Now, what is probably going to be the actual main event, but it's not a main event match? The KO show. Featuring Stone Cold Steve Austin. What? I just drank a beer.
What?
Another beer.
What?
Another beer.
What?
A shot of vodka.
What?
Tequila.
What?
Gin.
What?
And a Bloody Mary.
What?
I ain't gonna lie though, that do sound down that whole road of like drink.
That's gonna continue on now. Because every time when Stone Cold show up, it's always what? We gotta get a what button here.
So
next episode we'll get a what button.
That is most likely the main event after the main event match, which is most likely Charlotte Ronda.
So do you think Stone Cold is just gonna do this one bit and then leave?
It's gonna be what The Rock did at WrestleMania 32 with the Wyatt family.
You mean with Eric Rowan?
Yeah, with Eric Rowan. Yeah, he's gonna come for the interview. Then he's gonna say, "Fuck this, let's have a match." It's gonna be 5 seconds, and he gets the win.
I don't know.
He'll probably get Owens will duck a clothesline or something. He'll hit the fucking Luthez press, punch him, put him in the corner, stomp a mud hole. He's gonna get up, hit the stunner. That's it. Let him get in his signature stuff. 15 seconds.
You gotta sell that stunner. I'm telling you.
Or wait, he's gotta hit the kind of good stunner and then line him up. Hit the second one.
If we don't hit it right, they don't need for him to hit it at all.
Right.
Right. What if just KO ends up just stunning Austin?
He'd be one of the biggest villains.
And he was already the biggest villain. This guy beat.
Well, right now only Texas hates him. The rest of us don't hate him that much yet.
He'll be bigger than that night when he beat John Cena on his rookie day.
True.
That's like beating Jordan and then.
Or after Triple H handed him the Universal Championship over Seth Rollins.
Yeah, but that was handed to him.
But again, that was why people hate him, because Triple H handed it to him.
No, but
Because Triple H turned on Seth, and he just let Kevin Owens win.
you know people loved him that night, right? Or that night after, right?
You know what? Look at you're right. You're right.
They even say you deserved it. I'm like, well,
Yeah, you're right.
that didn't cause spark of hate.
You're right.
Hey, word, like it ain't cause no pain, no trouble.
No, it actually got him over.
Yeah, you're right. Night 2. I was talking about fatal 4-way women's tag team matches. We have the WWE Women's Tag Team Fatal 4-Way match. Queen Zelina and Carmella, champions, taking on Team Bad, formerly Team Bad, Naomi and Sasha Banks, Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, which ironically is a really good team. I didn't think they'd mesh well, but they actually mesh well in terms of gimmick and styles, and like they have good chemistry.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And then Natalya and Shayna Baszler, which is probably the most awkward team on there.
It's very awkward. I don't know why they're both teaming up. Didn't they hate each other at one point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We have Jackass and Sami Zayn. I really don't care.
Let's not even talk about that.
I
bullshit.
don't even care.
Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn. Yeah, we don't even care either.
But
This is a long story.
the Raw tag team title match. Randy Orton and Matt Riddle, RK Bros, taking on the Street Profits, who I believe are heels now.
We never know.
Or they're like hinting at its full turn. And then Alpha Academy. Shoosh! Thank you.
Mr. Shorty G himself.
Yeah.
The other Gable.
Yes.
Gable.
Yes.
And we got.
And then last night, a returning Bobby Lashley challenging the behemoth Omos.
What do you think?
First of all, I'm happy that Bobby Lashley showed back up with his John Cena bloodline in him. But I'm also surprised that he showed back up with his John Cena bloodline inside of him. Who in the fuck said that this man had the body of a god to come back like John Cena? Stay your ass home and rest, boy.
And
Thomas don't need a match.
And during the angle that they did last night, Omos has taken his first bump. That's the first time he's left his feet.
Yep.
The Almighty. It took the Almighty Bobby Lashley to take Omos off his feet.
It is almighty. It was an almighty slam.
So, we'll
Almighty
see.
hit him so hard he took his own stuff off his feet.
Your word.
Yeah, we will see what happens if Omos can really go in the ring with the Almighty Bobby Lashley. No MVP.
Yeah, right.
I wonder if MVP, maybe because Bobby's not a heel anymore, that they're keeping MVP on ice. They're gonna have him just return his talent.
Yeah, probably. We do have another match though.
Yes, what I think will probably be the sleeper match of night 2, Pat McAfee and Austin Theory. Because from seeing Austin Theory in local shows around New York, New Jersey, and then what he did his brief time in NXT and what he's been doing on the main roster, when he's a fucking prodigy.
Yeah, he is.
Like ring wise, he's like years ahead of a lot of people his age. And then Pat McAfee is the whole fucking package. What he did with Adam Cole, fucking amazing. For somebody that never had a wrestling match, fucking amazing.
You know who Pat McAfee reminds me of? He reminds me when Shane first got into the ring, and we all thought Shane was going to be bad, and then Shane ended up surprising the living fuck out of us, including his own father.
Yeah, that's a good comparison.
Shane is definitely different. He's built different.
Yeah.
Despite
I'm not going to lie.
wrestling
That's a match I would like to see. I would pay money to see Shane versus Pat McAfee.
That would be dope.
Yeah.
That would be a great match. Because I feel like on the mic, them two talking would just be like, you know what? Them talking for weeks would make me want to watch this match even more, even if the match was trash.
But then again, the match wouldn't be trash.
No, because
I know,
Shane's
and that would be the sad thing about it. Because people would think, oh, they doing all this talk. Shane gonna do a little normal thing. Pat McAfee gonna do some high flying moves, and these two motherfuckers might put on a 5-star goddamn match.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of 5-star matches, the next match, Edge taking on the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Dream match.
Probably a 5-star match. On paper, it is.
Can we still talk about Edge's new music and how dark and demonic it is? And I love it.
Word.
I haven't heard it that much. Like, I haven't heard it the entirety of it.
Right.
So far, what I heard is pretty dark.
Yeah, but it's definitely.
It's definitely heel Edge.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they didn't mess that up. You know.
Edge's new music reminds me of AJ Styles TNA Get Ready to Fly if he was a heel.
Ways, I can't hide. Well, yo, if AJ Styles ever come out with that song, yo, that would be dope. My evil ways.
And the main event of the evening.
The whole reason why
The biggest match of all time. WWE World Heavyweight Champion Brock Lesnar taking on Universal Champion, the head of the table, the Tribal Chief, the God Mode, the Bloodline, the one, Roman Reigns. If Roman Reigns loses, this is going to be the biggest letdown ever. Roman has to win this. He has to win this. He's never beaten Lesnar at Mania. He's lost twice. Well, Seth cashed into one, and then they switched the finish mid-match at 34, and that's when Brock threw the belt to Vince, because why the fuck did you have me win? You told me I was having the summer off, you old-ass motherfucker. Roman has to win. Roman has to win.
I'm pulling on for Roman, even though I'm favoring Lesnar on this.
Not only does Roman has to win, he has to be champion for another full year. And they have to give The Rock every fucking thing possible to show up next year.
Mm-hmm. Because the next opponent has to be The Rock.
There's nothing left for Roman if he beats Lesnar. There's nothing left. And again, you've ruined Drew, so he can't even be a challenger at this point. You've got to rebuild Drew to have him to be the babyface to take it off of him. Unless you're just going to turn Roman babyface.
I probably see that happening after Mania. Not sure, but I think the way he's going, I see this for another 6 months. For the heel Roman.
I say he has to win. He's got to go another year. And you've got to give The Rock everything under the fucking sun to show up.
Let me tell you something. I never thought in one pay-per-view or one WrestleMania that I would be pulling for Roman Reigns. I never thought that in my entire life. But tomorrow, or wait, this is going to be a Sunday thing.
That's Sunday.
So Sunday is going to be the way it is. If Roman Reigns wins, he's going to be the greatest champion of all time, probably.
Yeah.
He probably even surpassed John Cena on that day. And Hulk Hogan.
Last night after Raw was the season finale of WWE Evil. It featured Roman Reigns. Yeah. Now this is a Peacock / Universal production. This isn't the WWE production team doing this. This is Peacock, just using WWE info and whatnot. So Roman Reigns went on to say that win at Royal Rumble 2015, I believe it was, or 16, when The Rock came out and held his hand up and he just got booed even more. He said at that point he knew something had to change, but creative just wasn't letting it happen. It was like he had to continue to be what they thought was the evolution of the Hulk Hogan, John Cena model. And he said, no disrespect to them, but that doesn't work for me. If you want me to be the biggest star I can be, I have to be myself. So when he took the time off during the pandemic, he sat at home and when I come back, I have to be me. Something has to change or nothing ever will. I'm just going to continue to get booed. So he came back. He said, this is what I want to do. Nobody said no.
Roman, why would you say no?
Why would you? Because WWE, the backstage, they know what the fuck.
Right. Even to the point that Jimmy Uso said, nah, this is probably a bad idea. And then again, when Roman wanted to bring them into his act, they said, nah, this is probably not going to work. Damn. But we the ones.
We the ones. let's
The one.
Well, what's
boys.
working right now? What's working right now for them?
What's working?
Being himself.
And the interviews with like Rikishi broke down the hierarchy of the Samoan family. Yeah. He is truly the head of the table. Like, this is real life. He's the one keeping that lineage what it is. I mean, he's still living in the shadow of The Rock because nobody's ever going to be The Rock. But he is his own man and is the boss, if for lack of a better term.
He's the bread maker right now.
Yeah.
The Samoan dynasty.
And as kids, he always, lovingly so bullied the Usos. They're playing basketball in the backyard. He come and just snatch the ball, chuck it down the street. Big Us is gonna tell Lil Us what to do, and that's what he's doing now.
I'll tell you right now, I couldn't be family to him because he'd have been like, "Yo, get that ball." But yo, later on tonight, I'm gonna ask him to go play in the park. He's gonna get hit by his car. Fuck him.
Word, that shit would be funny as hell.
So that is
He did.
Yeah, that is WrestleMania. So this Friday we're gonna have WrestleMania SmackDown, the world's stupidest episode of SmackDown. Now notice, you do not have the Intercontinental Champion or the United States Championship on WrestleMania. They're both happening on SmackDown. Yeah. United States Champion Ricochet will be taking on Los Lotharios. He's fighting a tag team.
I still don't understand why.
Yeah. So somehow they both qualified to earn a title match against him, but whatever. And then Finn Balor is taking on Damian Priest on SmackDown instead of at WrestleMania. So you have 3 celebrities at WrestleMania, and your 2 mid-card titles are not even, are afterthoughts.
Yeah. I mean, the Priest and Balor match.
Yeah. I want to see that, but why is it not on WrestleMania?
That's like a 5-star caliber match that you would want to see on WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But we're getting on SmackDown?
Yeah, on SmackDown. So if you buy a ticket to SmackDown, you also get to see the Hall of Fame awards right after SmackDown live in the same arena. Added to the Hall of Fame list is the Steiner Brothers.
Yes, surprisingly.
Weird. Right? Totally fucking shocking because Scott Steiner has told them to shove it up their ass multiple times. Even when not asked, he'll say, fuck WWE, fuck their Hall of Fame. They can shove it up their ass.
Imagine he's just not coming in. He's not presenting.
I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't show up and it's just Rick. It's fucking, there's his son inducting him and Rick's not even there. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's probably because, maybe they talked it over a few years. Because you can say no for a couple of years and then you're eventually going to say yes.
Or they're going to pay him a shitload of money. He's going to show up and then curse them out on air.
I mean, it could be involved, Could be involved, but
So he will join the class of The Undertaker, Vader, Booker T, and Queen Sharmell.
You know, sad thing.
I'm sorry, Sharmell.
I keep forgetting that Booker T's wife is still a part of this damn class.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I was like, Sharmell's here? Okay.
Yeah, no, nothing against her, but like I said, when she got announced, she was never.
I want to see this video, that compilation that they put in.
Like she was on TV for 9 months, and she was good, but I wouldn't say she's an all-time great. I don't think she needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
I've ever seen her wrestle.
She had a couple.
I think she wrestled for a little bit in WCW before she became a Nitro girl.
Yeah. And then she had like manager matches for WWE. But again, nothing to write home about. It was just you're in a manager match. You're playing a role as you're a coward. You're supposed to get beat up or get a dirty win.
I guess she was a good manager to her husband.
Yeah.
If Miss Elizabeth would be inducted, shit.
But again, she's an all-time great at that, playing that position. Sharmell is not.
Yeah,
she's aight. Nothing against her because she was good, but she wasn't
being there.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know where I heard this, but apparently in the directions for your acceptance speech or as a presenter, you're not allowed to thank Vince McMahon, and you can't mention Sable. Her name is specifically in your instructions. Wow. Do not mention Sable.
Do not mention it.
Why? I don't know.
Sable did some crazy stuff, but her husband is like tearing up shit at WrestleMania.
Yeah, so you cannot mention Sable. Do not thank Vince McMahon, and then like further down the list is do not say Sable.
Say Sable, you got me fucked up.
So speaking of the Steiners, at NXT Stand and Deliver, because we don't watch NXT anymore because it's fucking bullshit. Bron Breakker will be challenging Dolph Ziggler for the NXT Championship. I have a feeling that he loses the rematch because he's supposed to be going to the main roster.
They're going to, they're going to.
Unless he's going to work double duty for a couple months and then lose the belt at the next NXT pay-per-view. But he's supposed to be getting the main roster call up.
Yeah, but they're definitely going to make Ziggler stay at least champ for, 3 more months? With somebody who's really challenging. I think it's Eli.
LA Knight. LA Knight. Who is in the next match? Yeah. He'll be taking on Walter. I'll call him Walter. Yeah. The name God intended him to have, even though his actual name is Gunther, but name God intended him to have in a wrestling ring, Walter.
His name is offensive. I don't know why.
Gunther. Yeah. Again, where do they come up with these names when they decide to change people's names?
Oh, they sit down with a list of names, remember, and they just let you pick, and you look stupid when you go, who the fuck wrote these?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like with LA Knight, with Eli Drake, LA Knight kind of fun to me. Like, it grew in me. Like, fuck. All right, I like the name. Fuck it. Took me a while, though. But, yeah, WWE creatives, man.
Yeah, so then the rest of the card is for the North American Championship, you have champion Carmelo Hayes taking on Grayson Waller, Santos Escobar, Josh Uso, fuck Sikoa Sikoa, again, another name that I hate, A-Kid, Cameron Grimes, and then the winner of Cameron Grimes versus Roderick Strong tonight.
Why do I have a feeling it's Cameron Grimes?
To the moon!
My man invested in Dogecoin. I gotta go behind that, bro. Like, I gotta be behind that.
Well, I'm guessing he sold at the right time because I lost on Dogecoin, but that's another story. Yeah, I'm leaving my money there. Hopefully that shit comes back. We have Tommaso Ciampa taking on Tony D'Angelo. I think Ciampa's doing the job here. He's putting D'Angelo over.
Ciampa's, definitely getting people over nowadays.
Because allegedly he's getting the call up too. Yeah. Even though last time he said he doesn't want to, I think he's gonna go through it with this time because he sees the writing on the wall. It's either I go or I'm just getting
released.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The big R.
Yeah.
For WWE.
And then we have the women's fatal four-way for the championship. Mandy Rose taking on Cora Jade, Io Shirai, and Kay Lee Ray. And I believe the belt's going on Cora Jade because they seem to be really big on her right now.
I've heard the pop for her.
Yeah. Everybody in wrestling likes her except for Darby Allin. Because she made a joke about him beating on Gigi Dolan.
Yeah.
Hey man, sometimes you gotta beat up Gigi Dolan.
Oh, I'll beat her up, all right. I'll beat all over that ass.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you just gotta beat.
And then the triple threat for the tag teams, you have Imperium taking on MSK and the Creed brothers. And that is TakeOver, Stand and Deliver.
Yeah.
And I will stand and deliver all over Gigi Dolan as well.
But let's not forget, before we go, Veer is
yes,
coming.
Veer is coming.
Veer is not showing up. Let's just be real. Nobody cares about Veer. We don't care about Veer.
I care about Veer. I am a stand for Veer.
I will stand up for Veer.
I will stand for Veer.
Veer is
You
going
were
to be
staying
the
for
best
rear, and I
wrestler
was staying
in the world.
in the rear and the not caring.
Veer is going to be the best wrestler in the world. In the world, I'm
Wish.
telling you.
I think 2 weeks ago I said I see like Rusev in Veer. I think he has that skill set.
Look at that promising stare. Look at that promising stare. This says, I will fuck up everybody in the wrestling business. He said, I'm going to be the top guy.
I didn't think we'd do it, but we got all that shit in tonight.
We
We packed that shit like a fucking...
did.
Yeah, I'm not going to go on with the rest of that statement. We might get canceled. I have been Darth Messiah, and you, sir.
Alex the motherfucker Heelz.
Good night, J. Kid.
Good night to all. Good night.
We out.